1966 Ford GT40 Mark I, a historic sports car in VR. Hello there everybody and welcome to OpenFed Gaming. I am the OpenFed. Today we are driving in an American Sunday Cup 600 race in a historic sports car, the 1966 Ford GT40. It's an awesome car. It's absolutely gorgeous. We're driving it at the Grand Valley on the Highway 1 reverse track. We're doing 3 laps and we started 10 of 10 vehicles. Now this race, these laps are decent length, so they're going to take a little bit of time, which is just fine by me because it gives me more time to enjoy driving this car. It is just fantastic. It will spin out in corners if you go too fast around them, so you do have to control it and handle the power accordingly. Now, as we're catching up to this here Camaro, there's lots of other nice sports cars, some older, some not quite so old, but they're all historic. And they're beautiful vehicles. But we are going to try and pass them all in the GT40. Now, we'd like to try and get about halfway up the pack by the end of the first lap, but as you can see, it takes a little bit of doing because this track goes, back and forth, and that makes the cars go from side to side on the track, and not a lot of room to pass unless you're going to try and power around a car on the outside. Well, there's not very many opportunities where you can cut them on the inside, but that's okay because we're just going to cruise in our GT40. We're going to bide our time, and then when we get a chance, when they give us an opportunity, we're going to try and get by them. But that, as I said, powering around the outside is pretty difficult because most of these cars are pretty tough. They're strong muscle machines. So we're just gonna have to keep trying, do our best, and see if we can move up a little bit because we've got a long ways to go. And while we're stuck behind these two cars, the cars at the front of the pack are starting to get away. Now it's not such a big deal because we're still in our first lap, but we're driving at a fairly good clip, and this lap is almost over. So right here, as we come around a corner and we finish our first lap, is a nice straight section. We got an opportunity to get by a couple like that. Mustang Mach 1 that we just passed. What a gorgeous looking machine. Through the tunnel and back out, and hopefully we can catch up to the next guy real quick so we can get by him over the bridge here. Looks like another Camaro to me, but he is not the lead car. Now I thought he was, but then again, the OpenFed doesn't always count the cars he passes, so I don't have no idea. But I can't see that we've already passed 9 vehicles, so I don't think he's the lead car. And as we come around the corner, we might be able to see. I think we see a car way up at the end there, just turning the corner. So we got to get by this Camaro. Race up to the end here and see if we can catch up to the next guy because we are quickly evaporating this second lap under our tires. I just love driving this car. It's such a beautiful car, and the roar of the engine sounds like music to my ears. It's absolutely beautiful. Gorgeous dash on the inside. A little bit harder to handle than the newer sports cars, but I mean, they do improve over time, but this is still a classic and awesome car to drive. Would have loved to have been able to drive something like this in real life, but anyhow, as we're coming up around the corner here, we're starting to catch up to what we think might be the lead cars. We're not quite sure, but we will find out when we get there. Down the stretch over here around a few more corners, and our second lap is almost done, so we do have to get moving because if there's any more in front of this little group, I think there's 3 there. If there's any more further up ahead, we're not going to catch up to them because it's too far away. They'd have got too much of a lead on us, but I believe that this is the last batch here. We got a Viper, I believe there. I'm not sure what the other ones are. A Mustang, and I'm not sure the Charger, Challenger, Cuda, whatever that orange car is. But we're going to try and get by all of them. Now we're still stuck behind these two, and we're already into our third lap. And as you know, there's a few back and forth through here, but there's a straight section here. but not enough. These guys are going way too fast, and it's hard to catch up to them, let alone pass them. So we're gonna have to bide our time here for the time being. Now we know that when we come out of the tunnel here, there's a straight section, so we're gonna floor it and see if we can get by them. So right over here around the corner. What an awesome race, absolutely awesome. Now I got it floored, and they seem to be pulling away a little bit. Oh, it's about even. Now, with that thought in mind, you know we're not gonna be able to get them on the straight sections. So we're gonna have to get him on the corners. We're gonna try and cut in here and get rid of that Viper, cut him off, and then stay on this guy until he moves over and he gives us an opportunity. And now's the time. We don't have any other opportunities because the race is almost done. This last lap is almost finished, so we had to get ahead of him. And well, creating a buffer zone is just not going to be possible because there's not enough time left. So all we can do is just hammer down, keep racing until we see the checkered flag, which is coming up pretty quick. Boy, this is an absolutely gorgeous race. Beautiful car to drive. If you ever have the opportunity to do it, give it a shot because it's fantastic. I hope you enjoyed the race and hope to see you back again at OpaFed Gaming real soon. Until then, you've been racing with the OpaFed in a GT40. What a race.